Hank is going to be here at some point, I think. But conference planning is a lot of work, which I didn't know because I didn't do anything. So Hank kind of knew what he was getting into, but I really didn't. But everything, I hope that you're having fun so far. Well, that may be, that sample may be inaccurate because it's always, the people who aren't having fun are probably going to have a tough time like getting all of the energy up necessary to be like, boo. So those of you who are having fun will drown them out. But I want to speak particularly to those of you who aren't having fun. I'm sorry. I hope that it gets better. I don't know what we can do other than give you both Sean and light bulbs blowing up in microwaves. That's all we got. But, oh yeah, you want Charlie. You want Charlie. I'm looking forward to Charlie as well. And he will be in the next hour. He and Zay Frank, who is my hero, the person I look up to more than anyone in the world, probably. So that'll be nervous. I already met him and I felt very, very nervous. But because this is a Nerdfighter meetup and separate from the rest of VidCon, before we start like the proper meetup part of the meetup where I talk and answer your questions and stuff, I want to say that we are so grateful to you for not for watching our videos, but for becoming part of our videos and for being part of the work that we do. It's such a privilege to me. We have to do a thing. All right, we can't do the thing. This will be better, but later might be worse. But what I was saying, and you can disagree with this if you want, I'm going to move the mic now, because I guess the thing's going to start. Welcome to the thing.
I can disagree with that.
What?
You said you can disagree with this if you want.
Oh, you can disagree with this if you want, but what I was saying is that what we're really grateful to Nerdfighteria for ultimately is for being part of our videos and for being, I know there's an echo, it's annoying, just get over it. I already went through all the stages of grief with the echo. Because it doesn't exist in an obvious way without you, but it also doesn't exist without you because you get all the good ideas. Nerdfighteria was your idea. The word Nerdfighter was your idea. DFTBA was a Nerdfighter's idea. All the good ideas come from you, and then we just repeat the jokes. And we are very grateful to you for the incredibly high quality of your ideas and for sharing them with us and continuing to share them with us. And we hope that that's something that lasts for years and years and years, because this is the best job we've ever had by far.
Yes, you can woo that. I've been thinking about this for a while actually, that I feel like the difference between popular YouTubers and YouTubers who are just sort of like, you know, making it and doing stuff and having fun, but like the people who get tons and tons of views, like the only difference is not like how good their videos are or how good they are being on camera or how cute they are. The difference is that they have an audience. And when you have an audience, you want to make them happy. And so you want to work really hard to make them happy. And I hope that we make you happy, because we try very hard.
Yeah, I mean, it has become a huge part of our like thinking. In every phone conversation Hank and I have, all we ever talk about is what will make you happy, and like what will kind of bring enrichment to our kind of communal life. Like this is happening IRL, but in some ways I feel this every day when I'm reading comments and when I'm commenting on comments and when I'm reading, you know, Twitter feeds and going to the Ning and being at F Yeah Nerdfighters and seeing this endless tumbling stream of awesome work that's inspired by the idea of Nerdfighters. I felt it when I was listening to Sean talk about the Uncultured Project and the work that Nerdfighteria has done abroad, and I don't need to be in this room to feel that level of excitement, but it's nice.
We love you too.
Thanks. Woo! I'm not gonna come right out and say it, you know? That's not the kind of person I am.
Yeah, you'll notice that John and I have never professed any kind of love for each other.
I did. You made me do it as a punishment. BTW, in my continuing attempts to speak internet slang, which is a horrific habit, I think on the same bar as smoking cigarettes in terms of how devastating it is for one's health. Okay, but on that same topic, I am not going to post a video today, and so I will be punished. I know how you take joy in my pain, and so it is not only a convenience for me, but also a gift to all of you. Well, let's propose punishments on the internet, because all of the punishments you propose on the internet are horrible things, like he has to cut off his finger and eat it. That's a terrible punishment. Terrible punishment.
Yeah.
So are we going to take some, what do you want to do? Do you want to talk? Do you want to take some questions?
Well, if we're going to sign and picture, I'm looking at this room, and that doesn't seem likely.
We're not gonna be able to sign all the stuff that people want signed. I thought that's what God made Sunday morning.
Right. Okay.
Oh, church. And signing. They're two things that you do on Sunday mornings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not, because we are in the unfortunate position of having to sort of wrangle people. If you see me running around panicked, by the way, don't worry. And I'm sorry if I've told you I couldn't sign something or something, but it's because there is some level of intense panic that is just part of my psyche right now.
It's just how he is.
Not always. Well, it's worse right now.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to be out of here at a very specific time.
So that's why I thought
we're just gonna hang out.
So maybe we'll just answer questions.
Yeah. Does anybody want to ask one?
Well, it depends on if there are questions.
Well, the first hand up was back. Yes.
You take this side.
Okay.
I will take these people.
Okay. Yes, the person that I pointed to.
What's your Patronus?
My Patronus is a corn dog.
If you haven't read Harry Potter, the Patronus is the thing that like takes care of you.
John,
come on!
In the face of the Death Eaters, and yeah, I'm gonna go.
Dementors.
I was hanging out with my friend Esther in Boston last week, and she asked her little 5-year-old brother what his Patronus was, and he said a mean jaguar, which I thought was nicely redundant. So I will say a mean jaguar. Yes. Yes, you.
The chickens in the head, is that a reference to Radiohead as the stuff on comment?
No.
Is the chickens in the head? That so
just
early,
a little delirious.
early on in Brotherhood 2.0.
Yeah, I was sick, and I decided that there were tiny chickens laying eggs in my brain, because it was more comforting than the fact that there were tiny, slimy microorganisms in my brain. These chickens are cuter than microorganisms, I don't know if you know. Yeah, I just made that up because I'm weird.
Yeah, so we came to call it Tiny Chicken Disease. By the way, in 2007 we made a video every weekday, and that created a necessity to come up with some stupid new joke on basically a daily basis. And only a few of them survived. The Tiny Chicken Disease is perhaps one of my favorites.
Actually, I think I'm coming down to that right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Have you had any fishing boat proceeds this year?
The question is, have we had any fishing boat proceeds this year?
Another random joke that came out of 2007.
Another random joke in
somehow.
2007. No, I have vowed to at some point have fishing boat proceeds, so that I have to, because you have to file a special fancy tax return. And I think it would be funny to have $4 in fishing boat proceeds.
I think I just realized that this may be a golden parachute.
Thank God I needed one.
So this year we're gonna have to fill out the golden parachute section because we got one.